What happened to love? Why the rules changed. And no one told us. Let me start with something honest. At this stage of life, most people don't ask whether love matters. They ask simply, what happened to love? Because the feeling didn't disappear, but the rules around it changed, and no one ever explained the change. Most of us were born in the 1940s or 1950s. We grew up in a world where the rules were clear. You worked hard, you built a life, you committed, you believed love made life better. And for a long time that was true. But somewhere along the way, the ground beneath us shifted. Not emotionally, structurally, the emotional meaning of love stayed the same, but the legal, financial, and social meaning changed completely. Marriage changed, divorce laws changed, economics changed, longevity changed, family structures changed quietly, without a conversation. So many people today feel unease, not because they don't believe in love, but because they don't recognize the landscape anymore. What makes this difficult is that all of these changes were presented as normal, just the way things are now. When change is presented as normal, discomfort feels personal. You start thinking, maybe something's wrong with me. But nothing is wrong with you. You're reacting to reality. Women are more openly associated with love, while men often express love in quieter, less celebrated ways, even when the depth is the same. That difference matters. In elderhood, men often focus on protecting what they have left. Women often realize they no longer have to sacrifice what they've built to prove they are loving. Different paths, same realization. Love should not require self-destruction. So let me say this clearly. Love is the joy of life shared with someone who gets you without having to risk what you've built. That sentence took a long time to understand, but once you do, everything comes into focus. Earlier in life, mistakes were recoverable. Time absorbed the damage. In elderhood, time is finite. After the carnage of divorce, loss, or responsibility, it isn't about starting over. It's about surviving with what you have left and choosing wisely. Love doesn't disappear in elderhood. It becomes conscious. For women, elderhood is often the first stage of life where you're finally allowed to ask, what's in it for me, and mean it. Joy without guilt, boundaries without apology, love without depletion. This way of living isn't for everyone. It doesn't need to be. Welcome to elderhood. The world has changed beneath our feet. Technology, culture, institutions, everything. You don't survive a changed world by pretending it didn't change. You survive by standing clearly inside it. That's what elderhood is. Please share, like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next video.